Bang! Neeves Knives, I'm Jared, and today we're checking out 3 Bestech models. This is the Bestech Slither, and it is a budget knife from Bestech that has 14C28N blade steel on this spade point blade. Rather thick geometry, so it's going to be a little bit of a tougher blade shape, not the sliciest. G10 scales, I'm sure it comes in different colors. This is obviously the black and red. We have a hidden lanyard pin back here. Inset deep carry clip with flat screws, not reversible. It is a liner lock. Steel liner lock, good access to the lock bar, and very smooth on the drop. This is a bit of a heavy blade, so you know the drop is very, very nice. Basically a fall shut action. And it has nice snappy action. The detent is pretty decent. A little bit on the lighter side. I can fail it if I want to, but it's also made for you to use the fuller. Oop, if I can do it. The fuller is a little bit tight in there. Like going up here is actually a little difficult because it's just a little too tight up here, but you can use the fuller down here on this part. So, and that probably works the best as far as reverse flicking goes, but it's still pretty tight. But you can do it though. You can definitely do it. Ergonomically, it's really good. I do have a couple negatives. One is the T6s. Don't like T6s. It's a very affordable knife, so it's not that big of a deal, but I'm not a big fan of T6s. And then the next thing is this sharpening tool and plunge grind. It's horrendous. They tapered it right to the edge, so this will 100% create a smile. And yeah, I know it's a budget knife, so it's probably not that big of a deal. And it's a little bit of a tougher blade shape, so you'd think that somebody's going to want to possibly lower back the edge angle quite a bit, just because it is a little bit on the thicker side to get a little bit more cutting performance out of it, and it's going to create a smile. But all in all, I mean, it's a solid knife. But just a couple little negatives. It might not even matter to anybody. Now, this one I actually already did check out. I do have a first impressions on this one already, so I'm going to go through this one quick. I think it's pretty cool. It's just a little claw, so it's nothing crazy. It's just basically a little EDC utility blade. It's something that you can, open up your packages with, and you can kind of do it in like a pinch grip, and you can definitely get like strong detailing type of cuts. It is a liner lock in 14C28N. The front flipper works as a regular flipper or a front flipper or top flipper, and it's very snappy. And then you also have the hole that works pretty good. I can actually get a full 4-finger grip, which is crazy, but you can. It's more of a pinch grip knife though, but it's very cool. I do like it quite a bit. I think it's, something that, it looks wicked, it looks crazy, but in use, this thing is awesome. I used the other one, and, it's amazing how well a little blade like this can work for you. Now the next one, oh, by the way, that was the Bestech BIHAI. The BIHAI. Next is the BESTECHMAN Ronin. So this is Bestech's budget line. They're very, very budget line. And it is a crossbar lock, which is pretty cool. Happy to see them using a crossbar lock. It is very comfortable in the hand. The blade steel is 14C. That's pretty cool. Okay, BESTECHMAN, 14C28N. You can choke up a little bit. It has decent thumb stud action. I mean, you can tell it's on bearings. Crossbar locks don't usually offer the best detents, but this one, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It is very ergonomic, very comfortable in the hand. I feel the clip, but it's not horrifying. It's not reversible, which is somewhat of a negative because this is a crossbar lock, and crossbar locks are very ambidextrous. So, lefties, no left-hand carry, but it has an inset deep carry clip with flat screws. Now, I do notice 2 negatives right off the bat that are pretty significant to me. Okay, so the sharpening tool and plunge grind is like the worst kind because you can see it's already starting to have issues back here. It doesn't even look like they were able to sharpen all the way to the apex right here on the heel. You might not be able to see it in the camera, but I can see it with my naked eye. But this is going to pose an issue when sharpening. It's going to be thicker, so it's going to be ugly, basically. And is it that big of a deal? No, it's not that big of a deal. But here's the big deal. Is that the stop pin is directly behind the edge. I don't know why companies are not listening about not doing that. Don't do that. That's the steel I have to sharpen off. What am I supposed to sharpen here? Am I supposed to just sharpen from here forward? Or am I supposed to be able to sharpen all the way back to here? Because the stop pin is right here. So and I'm not saying most people probably will never run into this issue. However, the guy that does buy this as his work knife and chips the edge and wants to be able to bring the edge back and has to sharpen it quite a bit, he's gonna sharpen into here. Maybe it's right there in that spot that is so thick that you'll never get it sharpened. Maybe not, though. It's hard to say without sharpening all that steel and seeing at what point is it affected. But it still is a threat, right? It looks like it's in the thicker portion. You can see right there where it hits, actually. Nope, it's actually in a bad portion. I'm sorry. You can see right there where it hits. So it hits right there. So as soon as that steel's gone, you're going to have to worry about possibly it having detent lash or even not, like closing very well. I mean, I don't know. Well, I guess time will tell with something like that. But I think that that's a significant negative for somebody wanting to buy this as a work knife. Now, somebody who's just buying this as a basic EDC knife, some light duty, cut it, open packages, cut strings here and there, it probably won't matter too much because they're probably not going to sharpen it that much. But for somebody that will, somebody that does sharpen and somebody that enjoys sharpening and somebody who wants to keep their edge nice and sharp, this is probably going to be something you're not going to want to invest in. I hate to say it, but I got to call it as I see it. I think the knife's cool. I love the shape. Like I said, I love the ergonomics. I like the locking mechanism. It's very solid. I gotta give him credit, man. This thing is rock solid with stupid smooth action. So there's a lot of good here. So much good. But we have T6s. You already know I'm going to say that's a negative. It's a budget knife. Not that big of a deal. But the plunge grind and where the stop pin, the closing stop pin lands is the negative. Otherwise, the opening stop pin is a nice big stop pin. Jimping is actually functional. So yeah, there's quite a bit of good here, but there is some downsides. Anyways, there you guys go. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.